Yo, what's up, everybody? This is Anita and Eric, and this is our honest, unpaid review of Hyatt Zilara in Punta Cana. Let's go!
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to our channel. Like we said, this is a honest review of the Hyatt Zilara, which is also connected to the Hyatt Ziva. We stood at the Hyatt Zilara, which is the adults only side, which is a real adults only side, but also connected to the Ziva side, which is family, all family side.
So one of the perks of that, and the reason why we did that, is because we did not want to be around kids. We didn't want kids screaming next door. But the bonus of that is if you stay at the family side, you cannot come over to the adult side with your children. But if you stay at the adult only side and you want to mosey on over to the family Hyatt Ziva, you are more than welcome to use all the amenities that they have. So we kind of felt that you get two resorts for the price of one, and that's why we did the Zilara.
So Anita doesn't like kids, so that's why we're on the Zilara side. So it's adults only.
So we have 7 things that we want to talk about. So 7 things that we're going to rate. The location. This one was about 10 minutes from the airport. So I want to say location, even though I'm not giving points, it's 10 out of 10 because it was so close to get back from there. And so it was pretty close. I liked it. The location was really good. It was right next to Juanillo Beach. And so I thought it was a good location. 10 minutes away, I thought it was great. So location was good. What do you think?
Yeah.
You don't care about the location?
I don't care so much about the location. If it was a super long drive, maybe, but it seemed equivalent to.
Why I care about the location is when you get somewhere, what if you have to drive like an hour to get there from the airport, and it's going to suck? So I'm going to say location is great. It's 10 minutes from the airport.
It's
the
close.
drive is super close.
Unfortunately, we didn't take a shuttle there. We're coming from another resort. So we used a shuttle to go back to the hotel. We didn't use Nexus like we did at the previous one. We used the recommendation of one of the valet guys that were there at the Hyatt. And we did not have an issue. And I think it was like $30, even though it was only 10 minutes away. But the thing is, it was safe. And we got to the airport, no issues. 2, aesthetics. I want to say the aesthetics on this one was really nice. When you first walk in, that's probably one of the best views that you're going to get. Not from this place, but at this place. I want to say right when you arrive, you walk in and it's an open lobby, which is kind of weird, but it's kind of cool. But it's kind of weird.
It was weird and cool.
So when you walk right in, it's like, boom, you have this great entrance. And then from there, you could see the beach down. So it's almost like you walk in through the top of like a pyramid. I don't know, that's what it kind of felt to me. Like you walk here from a pyramid because the steps going down is almost like a Mexican pyramid or something like that.
Yeah. You definitely want to videotape or record from when you come up the stairs to when you check in and go out to the other side of the stairs. It's a definite money shot.
Yeah, and you have a cafe in there, a coffee shop, cafe thing in there, and then you have a bar in there, and then you have obviously where you check in. So right when you walk in, you make a right, and that's where you check in. There's no like separate places to check in or anything like that. And I thought it was beautiful, very beautiful. It had these really cool benches they're like swing benches that you're able to sit on, which we used quite a bit. They were pretty cool. As far as looks wise, that was beautiful.
I thought it was fabulous, but there's an asterisk because we just came from Lopesan. If you want to see that review, click on the link that he's going to put up for you guys. But in comparison to Lopesan, we thought Lopesan's aesthetics was a 10 out of 10, where this one did let us down a little bit. Not that much, nothing to be sad about. It just wasn't as beautifully manicured as Lopesan. It still had a lot of really nice water features, which I liked, especially in the night when the water lit up and they have these weird balls and fire. It was really pretty. It just wasn't as beautiful as Lopesan.
I agree. If I was going to give this scores, I would say this is 7 out of 10.
I would say 8. Lopesan
Okay.
10 for that.
Yeah. So when you go to your rooms are not interior room doors. These doors are kind of like, think of, I don't want to say Motel 6, but kind of like that, because they're kind of outside and you have like a walkway with where you can.
It's open air.
It's open air, yeah. So right when you walk out, you're outside.
Yeah,
of
it's
your
not
room.
bad or tacky.
It's not
just
bad or
open
tacky.
air.
It's just open air. It just gives it less of a clean look, I think, than if it was interior rooms like we've seen in other places. But the whole location up top, even though it's open air, still very, very, very nice. And then as you walk down the stairs, you have places in the stair area to sit down and lounge and hang out. And then you also have to the right and to the left, you have like swings, like single or double people swings. You know, those ones that are like a crane and then you're sitting down or whatever.
Like an egg.
Like an egg. And,
I like this better.
yeah. And those I thought were pretty cool. So they had like a lot of places that you could just sit and hang out. And as you walk down, there's more like outdoor furniture, like sofa outdoor furniture, like patio furniture. And then as you keep going down again, then you end up where there's like water area, kind of like fountainy. And right there, that's where you have also more places to sit with fountain water around you, which was very nice looking. And then it's a short distance. As you walk through the middle, you'll have the pool. You'll run right into the pool. And I don't think there's a pool to the right or the left either as you're walking. It's just right when you walk straight. As you walk straight, then you have a restaurant on the left-hand side. I think it was Waves.
There was a pool on the right side, but that was for the people who paid for the upgraded.
Oh,
part.
that's right. They had
But
an upgrade.
It was so packed that we are glad that we didn't pay the extra money because there were so many people on that one. So our main pool was pretty much empty.
I forget what it's called.
I forgot to.
But they did have an upgraded package that we didn't purchase. And they had their own pool area.
With cabanas, that's
With
the word.
cabanas, yeah, cabanas. So then you have on the left-hand side, you had the restaurant. And the restaurant had like half of it was a restaurant. The other half was like a fast food restaurant. That one had like pizza and hamburgers and nachos and things like that. And the other side was called Waves. And Waves.
We're not at the food yet.
Okay.
We'll get
We'll
back,
get
to
back
the
to
food.
the food. And then you had Waves right there. And then as you continue to walk down, you run right into the pool. The pool is cool. The pool is cool. It had a bar inside of it.
Yeah.
It had built-in, what did you call them? I want to say maca. It's not maca.
No,
Cabanas.
Cabanas.
They had cabanas there that were for rent, which I think
Yes.
was a bummer because I didn't want to pay. I think it was, I don't know how much money it was, but it wasn't cheap. And
I
it's just
think
like,
it was 100, mid 100s, like 160 maybe a day, which we would not pay for it.
yeah. And then they had two big jacuzzis. This pool's like a 8 out of 10.
I'd go 8. It was nice.
It was 8 out of 10. It was nice.
Nice. If you haven't seen anywhere else, you're going to think it was great. Very great.
Yeah. And then you want to be able to think that you can see the beach from this pool, but it has a line of vegetation that does not allow you to see over it while you're in the pool to see the beach, which is a bummer because if you didn't have that vegetation there and you're in the pool, you'd be able to see the beach.
Yeah.
And I'm talking the blue water there.
Yeah.
So then that leads us to the beach.
The beach.
So next we'll talk about the beach. The beach there is a beautiful beach. It is the Juanillo Beach. Right to the right of the resort is actually Juanillo Beach, where people pay to go to this beach. But I think they also give you food and things of that nature. And then there's a really cool pier. Is that what it's called? Like a board,
Yeah.
like a pier that's right there that you can walk on, take pictures, which we did. I'll probably show them to you. And I thought it was really picturesque.
Yeah.
The water was very blue. The sand was white.
White.
I think the only thing about this, we're there in September of 2024. So there was sargassum in this water. And
A lot more than in Bavaro. A lot more.
A lot more than Bavaro, and a little different. This one was more prickly. This one was more prickly, and there was a decent amount in the water, not to deter us from getting in the water, but there was some, I think, on the bottom, like you stepped on the sand when you get on the water, which was very, I'd say this was a big con for me about this beach, was when you walk into the water, you don't know kind of where you're stepping because it's not clear water. It was just blue water. I don't think we could see down into it. And there was like gooey, like a gooey film, like if you're stepping on plastic market bags. And I don't even want to touch any. I have a big thing about touching anything in the water that I can't see. I think
especially fish.
I don't want a fish to touch me. So I could imagine they're like nasty. I don't know what we're stepping on.
It's probably nothing, but it grosses him out.
It was gross. So it made us go to the shops and buy water shoes.
You want water shoes.
So water shoes, you want to be here because I don't even know. I think it was a little rocky.
It wasn't the sand on the beach itself, super fine, beautiful, powdery, extra white. But when you start going into the ocean, it's not so soft, and it can be rocky with, I don't know what you're stepping on. So you definitely we wanted water shoes.
All right. So I think it was rocky there. And so getting water shoes is a real big deal. So once we got water shoes, then we felt like we can conquer the world getting into the beach. And I think at that point we had a decent time. Was it the best time? I would say no, because of the sargassum. I think there was just too much that you feel like you're dodging it inside of the water. But again, it is September, and I do hear that in winter months that there's no sargassum or very minimal sargassum. So when we're there just happened to be, there was no getting around it. You were touching sargassum, or it was touching you, and you're kind of running away from it. So at that, there was not a lot of people in the beach. Made the beach experience less vacation-y, and it was real blank.
It was too modern. We wish that they would have added some kind of natural feature. They could have did better, but it was still beautiful.
It was still beautiful. No boats.
No boats.
I don't think I saw a boat. I
was
can't
no
remember
boats.
any boats.
There was no
It
boats.
really made you feel like you're far away on a deserted island kind of thing. So it did feel pretty cool.
And there was no people coming around from the sides of the beach to try to sell you anything.
There wasn't anybody trying to sell anything there.
Not once, which I really appreciate.
Yeah. So to the right was Juanillo Beach. So the beach, I would say, and this is probably being beach snob because of seen beaches, I would say it's probably an 8 out of 10.
I go 7.
Yeah.
I wish that there was some contrast. Actually, I'm going to go 8 because I like that there was no boats and nobody trying to sell me anything. I wish there was some contrast with the colors to make it pop. Again, if you guys are hearing this, put some kind of natural feature for your umbrellas. And I like that there was no boats. So no boats, it's good. Nobody selling me anything, good. I wish I had that natural feature, and I wish that there wasn't so much sargassum, but that's not anything to do with the property itself. It's kind of nature. So we'll have to try it again. But
they did keep it clean, and they did have good service out there as well, which we'll get into. The rooms. I thought the room was nice and big. I liked the room. The room was very Swiss Army knife-ish because they had like a lot of doors to like open this up to see the glass inside the shower. Then you open this one to close it, and then you had another one to close like the whole area.
Yeah.
And then you had another one to open close so you could see outside the glass. But what was really cool is you actually had a door to the toilet room. I thought that was.
If you want to see why, look at our other video.
Yeah. So you had a door to the toilet room, plus you still had that other area door off. So it wasn't, as far as privacy, for the restroom, for sure you had privacy. For taking a shower.
You can close it if you don't want to see each other to have privacy. So I think it's an option.
Other than that, it was very clean. It was very modern. It had a big sliding door to get out to the patio. I'm trying to imagine the patio. Oh, the patio. They did like little nice touches because, again, the whole building itself, going back kind of to aesthetics wise, it wasn't very architecturally pleasing, everything. So when you look out, like we were in a good spot. We had a really good balcony, which was an ocean view, but not like on the beach, but ocean view. And they put like fake grass on top of where you can see like on the top of the, I guess, roofs or just these areas that you can see.
Or like a building kind of in front of you. Instead of you looking at the rooftop of a building, they put really nice turf. So it adds greenery instead of a building. Just those little nice touches. I was like, they thought of everything.
Yeah, and then they had palm trees that you could see there. So I thought the balcony was really nice. It wasn't the best. It didn't have a jacuzzi or nothing like that. But we didn't spring for anything like that.
I actually wish they would have had a line to hang your bathing suits. I feel like that was something so small that goes such a long way for being somewhere where they know you're going to be in the ocean. I wish they would have had some kind of hanging contraption to hang up your suits and your wet trunks. So we had to use the table on the chair.
Yeah, we had to move it around.
I thought it was really nice.
Really?
I did.
Better than like the Trump Tower.
Oh, the Trump is on a league of its own.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Nothing compares to Trump, but very, very nice. There was nothing wrong with it at all.
No, there's nothing wrong with it. I just don't think it was the best room we've ever been in.
I just think it was really nice. I would give it a 9 out of 10.
I'd probably give it a 7 because it's more. Yeah. It was really. I don't want to say it was mediocre because there's a lot of mediocre out there. I just think it wasn't as nice. Like architecturally pleasing, it wasn't that nice to me.
Let me tell you what I like. They gave us a robe, so you could use a robe. We each had our own slippers. When we walked in there, I'm very big on scents. When we walked in there, the room smelled delicious, almost like bubblicious bubblegum. It kind of tapered off as we were there for a lot of days, but it smelled fabulous. Everything was extraordinarily clean, and at no time did the room feel clammy and muggy. Even when we opened the sliding door, did you notice that?
No.
Which is odd because it should have been, but it did not get clammy. The AC gets really cold. And there's this feature, I love this feature where you can hit a button at the front of the door and it'll put a red light on the outside of the door, which will tell housekeeping and room service and absolutely anybody that you are not to be disturbed under any circumstances. And when you want them to disturb you for whatever reason, you just turn it off and then they know that they could come in or knock, which I thought that little feature was fabulous.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. So the rooms had a refrigerator, it had beer inside, it had drinks inside, sodas. You had candy on top. You drank anything, they replenished it. They cleaned the rooms like every day if you needed to. The room service was outside, not room service. The cleaning people were outside like all the time. So if you needed anything, it was there. Clean towels. They had soap bar in the restroom. So if you want a soap bar to shower with, boom, you have a soap bar.
And toothpaste and
toothpaste. They had like a lot of stuff for you just in case you forgot your things, and it was really good, I thought. So again, rooms, no smell, which was a real big thing for us. So it smelled really good. It was very clean. You had a restroom. They had a door, and it was clean. And the air conditioner worked.
And beautiful views.
Beautiful view. No bugs. No nothing like that. So really nothing to complain about on the room. And so that leads us into service. I think the service here, and I know people are going to say you're paying for the service, but there's way more expensive resorts out there than this one. I think this one's probably mid to upper.
Yeah, mid-upper.
Mid-upper. So service, I thought, was excellent. It was very top-notch. I know you pay a little bit more to be at the Hyatt, and we knew going into this resort, when we booked it, we knew almost for a fact that we're going to have a decent time here because it is tied to a big brand name. So going with the Hyatt, we knew that it was very little risk. We knew that they were going to stand behind their food. We know they're going to stand behind their service, their cleanliness, things like that, because I'm pretty sure they really care about their name, which is a worldwide name.
Yeah.
So the reason why
we booked it was to be safe because we knew that brand name.
Yes, and this is not knowing anything going into Dominican Republic, Punta Cana area. We just knew that, hey, it could be good, it could be bad. Let's not gamble as much on most of the time that we're going to be there. So let's go with this one. And this one did not disappoint with service. The service, everybody knew English here. Everybody, the biggest thing for me, and I thought it was so cool, is when they see you, they acknowledge you. It doesn't matter who it is. It could be a maintenance person, it could be a bartender, it could be a waiter, it could be anybody that works there. They see you, they cross like this, and what do they say?
And they bow.
Yeah. I don't remember what
I
they
forgot
say.
what they said.
They say something. And they bow like that and when they walk by you. And I thought that was the coolest freaking thing ever. And it made you really feel like they wanted you there. And so service for me, I mean, even with the cleaning ladies, it was like, hey, we need, can you clean our room at a certain time? Sure, no problem. We need more towels. Sure, here's more towels. Even down to the cafe people, to the waiters, to all the service there. I think there was one bartender that gave me attitude. But all the waiters there, everybody who worked there, they had such a great attitude there. It's like they wanted to work there.
Yeah, like they loved their job. I think from the time we didn't know that this was located inside Cap Cana, which was behind, like in a gated community. So when we got to the first gate, we were like, okay, well, this is odd. And then when we got to the second gate, which is inside the gated community, the worker had asked for our name and looked to see if we were staying there. And the moment that he verified it was us, that's when the heart over the hand and the bow started. And I was taken aback. Like, seriously, I said, oh my gosh. And I thought it was a one-time thing, but to have all the workers do it literally on the daily, every time that you are present anywhere, they go out of their way to greet you. At no time did we feel like we were not wanted there. Like, it really was their pleasure to help us. From us getting off the van, remember they were falling over each other trying to help us with our suitcases.
Yeah.
And not for a tip, just to help, falling over themselves. They don't let you carry your own suitcases.
Yeah. And I'm not that guy to let somebody carry my suitcase or do any heavy lifting or even put my suitcase in the car. I'm going to do it myself. But they didn't let me. It was like, it was really a breath of fresh air, because you're paying money to go somewhere, and it really felt like it was money well spent. And I really enjoyed it. I think that's probably the biggest highlight of this place is their service. I guess that's a good segue into food because it's also servicey. So with the food, just to tell you, the food, we came from somewhere where we didn't have great experience with food. So I think anything a step above that would have been great. But this food here was like, and I don't want to sound bougie, but this is like, it was like American food. Like the quality was like American food. And so I was very excited to see that there was normal food there, because I was already under the assumption that you could only get a certain type of food in the DR because it's not,
Because we were having a very low bar, certain kind of food before we showed up here. And I think we were even scared that this was going to be a letdown and kind of like, what are we going to eat?
And nothing seemed like it was iffy. Nothing was like, everything just was really good, well prepared. The buffets were super cool because I think we're both germaphobes, not to the, maybe not to the T of the definition, but I can't stand, not that I can't stand, I don't like that other people are touching, the utensils and then everybody's touching their face and stuff like that. I think that's how people get sick. I don't want to get sick. They serve the food for you, so it was still buffet. It was still buffet, but they served the food for you. Everything was behind glass, and then you kind of told them what you wanted, and you pointed out, I want some of that, some of that, some of that, and they put it on your plate, and then they handed you the plate. And then they had gloves on, they had masks on too. A decent amount of them had masks on that I remember.
The food was good. Everything was temperature controlled. Thank you, Jesus.
Everything was temperature controlled. The buffets were temperature controlled, air conditioned, and it was really good. The food was really good. I had probably every day there, and they have a section where they make eggs and stuff like that. They had chilaquiles, so they'll make you fresh. Well, not really fresh chilaquiles because they didn't cook the they use like corn chips, the eggs, salsa, and the egg on top of that. Shoot it to you. Really, really, really good. I had that probably every day. I probably had that every day. The pastries I thought were really good. How did you like the fruit? Because I can't remember.
The fruit was good. The mangoes are to die for. They have odds and ends. I'm not a breakfast person, so I got fruit and like meat items. They had some carne con papas. They had, for example, big honeycomb this big that they'll break you off a piece. Yogurts for parfaits. They have an omelet station. I was just, again, jazzed that everything was temperature controlled and safe. I did not feel for 1 second that I was going to get sick because everything was so well prepared, well kept, good quality, excellent quality.
Yeah, they had a seafood section too.
Oh my gosh, yes.
They had a seafood section.
They had a section where you go pick your seafood, you cook it, you tell them how to cook it however you want it. So I got these head-on whole shrimps, some fish. It's very good, very good.
Yeah.
Excellent.
But as far as other items, they had like a bread station. They had like a meat area for like sandwiches and stuff like that. But I thought they did a good job with the buffet. I don't recall them having pancakes and French toast.
They had crepes.
They had crepes.
Yeah, they had pancakes and French toast at the crepe area.
Okay, so I didn't get that, but it was good. I thought everything was good. You had 2 buffets. Sometimes I think they closed one to open up the other one. So the cool thing about the food here is all the restaurants are shared for adults only. So there was probably about 6 restaurants on the Zilara side, which is adult only, and there was probably another 4 to 6 on the Ziva side, which we're able to go to all of them
because we had no kids.
Yeah, so we're able to go to all of them because it was just us 2, and we didn't have any kids.
Let's talk about the restaurants.
So the different types of restaurants they're really good. I want to say that I don't think I was let down by any of them, but we didn't go to all of them.
No, the Italian one didn't hit home. It wasn't bad. It just wasn't good.
They're going to try to sell you on going to the Flying Dutchman or something like that.
No, I thought it was the Flying Dutchman. It's the Blind Butcher.
The Blind Butcher. They're going to try to sell you on the Blind Butcher when you get there and probably the next day it's an upgrade steak place. So we didn't upgrade to it because we thought that we had decent enough steak, and that was going to be at Waves. Waves had really good steak, ribeye. So we got the ribeye, very big ribeye steak with a potato, and it was delicious. Like once I first had it, I was like, I'm going to have this every night that we're here.
It was, and I'm saying it was better than Fleming's. Yeah, the really high cost Fleming's Steakhouse. It was better than Fleming's. It was so, I have not ever had a better steak than we did, especially the first night. I guess it depends who cooks it. Fabulous. The restaurants were very good.
Yeah, it was really good. The service that came with it was really good. The steak was good. I think we tried some more food there. The food was just really good there.
The Indian food was some of the best I think I've ever had. Yeah,
so then there's an Indian place, and that one's like inside of, so there's like regular seating, and then there's a seating that's inside of like a train. Mm-hmm. And then the Indian food there, it was really good, right?
Very good.
Like you would think, oh, they're going to try, we're so far from India, but it was like spot on, right?
Yeah, let me tell you what I found out. They actually brought in a chef from India. Like he's a real chef. All the restaurants have their own theme going on and not just slightly decorated. No, it's a full-on theme experience. And when I tasted the food, it made sense that they have a real chef from India cooking this Indian food.
Yeah, it was good. And the experience was really cool too. Really dark in there though, but it was really cool experience.
Very moody.
Then we had the Italian place. I can't remember what we got there.
We got the risotto, remember? And we couldn't finish it.
It wasn't good?
We want to go eat somewhere else after.
Did we?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was okay. Remember my Caesar salad had all kinds of sardines? We're not that fancy, so it was a little bit out of our
It was probably
wheelhouse.
too original. But the place was nice. Very nice location. It looked like it was inside of somebody, what would you call them?
A tailor.
A tailor. And then there was a French place, which I believe we didn't go to. That was the one with all the water, which I have a video of it. I'll probably be playing it.
Oh, it's because we kept going back to the Mongolian place.
So then there is another place. I don't think it was Mongolian. It was like their Asian. There's an Asian place. I forget what the name of the restaurant is. We're bad reviewers. There's a Asian food place there that has like a grill and like a Mongolian grill, but it's not Mongolian. It was like an Asian food place.
Whatever has a Mongolian grill in it.
Yeah, really good. And all their meats they had like ice under them. So everything was temperature controlled. Everything was really good. The two guys that were cooking had masks on, and they make the food there. It was really, really, really good. That was probably one of the other better places that we went to. I think we went there 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, because he was in love with it. I ended up ordering off the menu, which, believe it or not, it tasted even better than what he had stir fried. But it was like going to a Mongolian place. Yeah.
But it wasn't considered a Mongolian place. I don't know what it's called.
It won't disappoint. It was very good. Excellent, actually. The food was so good there.
What other restaurant was there?
Oh, even the pizza when we're out by the pool.
Okay, so that's next to Waves. So what's really cool, and this actually ties into service a little bit, but it's food. When you're at the pool area, they'll walk around with pizzas from the pizza restaurant that's right next to Waves that sells pizza and hamburgers. And they'll ask if you want pizza. And I was just like...
And the pizza was good.
Are we like in heaven right now? Because you're just chilling at the pool. Then you're like, pizza? Well, yeah.
And
please.
Then they do the pop-up barbecue.
They did pop-up barbecue.
We're so fat.
So they had like barbecue, guys on a barbecue just queuing up meat right there. And chicken and rice. And then I think they had ice cream.
Yeah.
And this is all included. And it's just wild because they're just making that pool experience like if it's a summer pool party. And then they had entertainment there too. Mm-hmm. And I thought it was great. The pizza there.
So
the pizza
good.
was really good.
Yeah.
It was really good pizza.
The burger, you like the burger too.
The burger was really good. The nachos are really good. I think everything that we had there was really, really good.
Even the food truck. We'll get into where it's at.
Oh, I already forgot about that place.
There's a food. Well, I guess we'll tell them now. You want to segue into the amenities?
So this is gonna be the middle of food. There's this food truck. There's a kids water park over there. It is
at the Ziva.
Freaking far to get to, but there's two food trucks parked next to this thing inside. Like they don't drive. No. Like the tires are almost flat, and they had really good nachos.
And the best agua frescas I ever had in my life.
Other truck had drinks like slushies and stuff like that. And I asked them, what else do you have? And they had fruit waters, which we call in Mexico agua frescas, right? So they had fruit water. What kind of fruit? Which ones were they?
I think it was pineapple.
Yeah, so they had fruit drinks there. And it was really good. It was a really good time. Like they really thought of everything, and we had a really good time. And that segue right into amenities. So the amenities there were the coffee bar up top. You had the shops as well. Just so you know, everything's expensive there. So same thing for the sunblock, whatever, all that stuff.
Bring your own. Even if you buy it from the airport, it will be cheaper than here. Bring your own.
Yeah, it was pretty pricey. Same thing. It was like $20 to $60 for different types of sunblock.
He said 20 to 60.
Yeah, and then also the aloe stuff, which I really need because I get sunburn, and that was about $20. Everything was just pretty expensive there. But it was there if you needed it.
I was surprised at the water shoes. I think we only paid like $20, huh?
The water shoes were super cheap. I don't know how they did that. So
sunblock, no.
I even think they were like $10.
They're cheap.
They're cheap. And then we bought a deck of cards that was $5. But everything else that you would need, like from the store, is gonna be expensive there.
Yeah, your shirt. How much was your shirt?
That was expensive.
Like $50? It
was like $50-$60. And I think that's even on the low side.
Yeah.
So I bought another shirt there. They had a gym there. The gym is between Zilara and Ziva, and you can walk through there to get to the other side, and there's more shops there. And I thought the gym was really cool. It wasn't as nice as Lopesan's, not that we're comparing, but it was really good. It had everything that you needed there. They had waters for you, like bottles of water right there for you. They had towels right there for you. They had like a security guard between the two, between the gym and the hotel, I guess. So that way, well, one, they open up the door for you, and I guess they don't let kids go through to the other side. Oops, I touched it.
Yeah, because the gym is the middle. If you go through the gym this way, it'll take you to Ziva. And the same thing, if you're on Ziva and you go to the gym this way, it'll take you to Zilara. So there was a security guard there to make sure no kids came in to come to our side, which was adult only side. And when you arrive there, he opens the door for you, of course, with the hand on the heart and a bow.
Yeah. So the gym I thought was really cool. It was really nice. We used it. If you can't tell. And then they had ice cream at the cafe that's inside the lobby, and it was like, was it Haagen-Dazs?
It was, but it was like different flavored Haagen-Dazs. It was so good.
It was a branded ice cream, and it was good.
Yeah.
It was good, and they're happy to serve it to you. We had such great service there in the cafe. I kid you not, it was just a great time. So they had ice cream there. They had the lazy river and this whole,
oh my gosh,
inside the water park. They had a lazy river, and I thought that was really cool. We did that a bunch of times.
Like too much.
They had a bunch of slides, and then you see adults over there, and adults were using it. And then they had like a kids room area, and then they had what else did they have?
Let me go back to that lazy river, because that was a game changer for me. We spent a lot of time in there, and just the view of it, you feel like you're kind of in the Amazon. It's beautiful, and there wasn't too many kids. I don't know, again, if it's because we're in the off season.
It was off season.
But it was one of my, if not my favorite thing to do, was go to the lazy river.
Yeah, it was fun. Definitely fun, but it was a mission to get there. And so it was a mission, and it was kind of hard to get there. I think it's because it was out front through the Ziva side to the left, and then more down, and then down these stairs and through these lobby, and it was a decent mission. And then you had another restaurant actually that I'll tie into amenities, because I had a pool table there, which was also between Zilara and Ziva, and it was their sports bar. I don't forget what it's called. But they had a sports bar there. I'll probably have a map here and I can point to it. They had a sports bar in the middle, and that was a shared area. So there was kids in there. So they had karaoke there. And so I thought it was pretty fun. When they had karaoke, we'd go there. And then they had a pool table there, so we'd go play pool. Then right outside that, they had a stage. And that stage is an outdoor stage. And then they had entertainment there. We happened to see what were they called?
La Reina.
La Reina.
Which is Spanish for queen, the queen.
The queen.
It was
so
phenomenal.
They had a queen tribute band. It was so fun.
It was fun. Yeah, that's a good word. It was, I had such a good time.
Yeah. So that was definitely good. I'll probably put a video up of the guy if you guys get a chance to see them. We don't even like Queen.
He deserves a raise.
And he made us like Queen.
Yeah, he was excellent.
So he was really good. It was really fun. They had some other acrobat stuff like that there. It was pretty good. I wouldn't say that it was top notch. They had some, like, I don't know if they're mariachi guys or what you would call them. They had some singer guys out in the not atrium. They were just outside. They weren't inside that area, but they had other shows on the adult side, which was kind of in the open area. And they had some like singers, some Mexican or Latin singers, and then they had some flamenco dancers.
And on the kids side, we caught. They did movies under the stars for the kids, where they would put like bean bags and cushions for them to lay out, which I thought it was so great.
Yeah, popcorn.
Yeah, snacks.
They were watching a movie outside in the dark.
Despicable Me, I think.
Yeah, I think it was super cool.
Yeah, if we didn't have plans to go see other things, I would have wanted to do that. Like, I feel coming from another resort where there was nothing to do after the sun went down, this one always had something, whether you're going to go see this band or these dancers or this show, or my hubby absolutely loves karaoke. Loves it.
I don't sing, but I love to watch karaoke. I think it's the funnest thing.
And so we'd go play pool. When we had nothing else, we'd go play pool and listen to the karaoke singers.
Yeah.
So there's always something, which for us was really, really big. And this is going to be my hubby's favorite topic to talk about. Let's talk about the Fun Squad.
So they had like, I don't know if you've ever been on a cruise ship where they actually had, is it called the Fun Squad?
I don't know. That's just what we call it.
Like, I think on Carnival cruises, they have like a squad.
Yeah, they're
it's
called
like their Fun Squad.
Yeah.
And they have a director of the Fun Squad or whatever, and he makes sure that everybody has fun. Well, they actually had somebody like that here, which I thought was a really nice touch. His name was Manuel.
Genius.
He was
oh my God.
Yeah, he was super fun. He helped with almost every event there. We did, even down to Anita did some painting. They did painting there, a painting thing for everybody. And there was like 20 people to sit down to learn how to paint.
Painting under the stars at night. Come on now. Come on.
Yeah, so painting. He did, I think they did a thing for 21. They were playing like a casino night at the pool.
A tournament.
He also did a lot of the like whatever workout inside the pool. Mm-hmm. He helped out at the karaoke, didn't he?
Yeah. He did dancing. They
dancing.
danced.
He did a lot of stuff. He was everywhere. And if there was anything to have fun with, he was involved, which we thought was pretty cool.
Oh, we even did archery. Okay. Archery tournament. And he's the winner right here.
Yeah, we did archery. We do archery there? We did.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they did archery outside, which I thought was pretty cool. My first time ever doing it. I thought I did pretty decent. But no, it was super fun. Just having that guy there really pulled people in to have more fun.
Yes, Manuel, si estás viendo, thank you.
Yeah, it was really good. We couldn't give him any more kudos. So I guess let's go into conclusion.
Okay, so the two questions at the end of all our videos is, 1, would you go back? And 2, would you recommend it to somebody else for them to go?
Yes and yes. I would definitely go back. And I would definitely recommend anybody to go.
It's an absolutely, for sure, for me on both of them. Not even recommended, I'm telling you, you have to go. You have to go.
Yeah, it's a really good experience. If it's only going to be $100 more a night, or even $200 more a night, I think it's really worth it. You're going to enjoy your stay. There's a lot of choices that you have, and we're just somebody to just give our 2 cents and help you out, and hopefully you have a good time.
Yeah, we're honestly just trying to be the kind of show that we wish was out there for us when we were looking. Not somebody who got paid to leave a review, compensated in any way, free rooms, whatever the technicality is of it. We're not getting anything other than sharing our experience with you guys and being honest about it and letting you guys know what we thought, whether good, bad, or ugly. And this happens to be one that we thought was exceptional.
And if you have your own opinion, that's great. Go and leave them in the comments below, because if you look at our other videos, I answer most of the comments, and even if they're bad. So if you want to hate. If you want to just give us kudos, give us kudos. If you want to let us know that you're going to be going there anytime soon, or that we helped you, that actually makes us feel better.
Yeah.
So when somebody says, hey, you helped us make a decision, it really makes us feel good about what we're doing.
Yeah. So please give us a like, give us a thumbs up, subscribe to our channel. We're hoping to have a lot more content coming up. We're starting to record everything to let everybody know what we think is good, bad, or, give you our honest input in hopes that we're able to help you have a very good, very pleasant, and exciting, memorable vacation.
Yep. And that was all. So other than that, we appreciate you guys, and God bless you, and we'll see you on the next one.